Good morning, everybody. Sorry for I'm late 2 minutes here, but for some reason I couldn't enter in the room. Looks like someone doesn't want my talk today. So let me prepare here. So glad you are here with us today. It's Sunday, 11th of July, 2021. And I hope this finds you well, fully recovered, and ready for the week that's starting today. And for this, we will have our talk today. It's a kind of smooth talk because the topic is a light topic, but it's very important to us to recognize and understand the value of a friendship in nowadays. Okay. Good morning, Samantha. Hope you're okay. And before we start, let me do the initial prayer. So let's calm down, have a deep breath, raise up our thoughts towards Jesus, towards our mentors, connect ourselves with our mentors, asking them to fill us up with his love, allowing us to connect with superior vibrations. May our problems, our needs at this moment stay aside. And we ask you, Father, for inspirations and resilience to carry our yoke and help us to fulfill our task. Help those brothers and sisters who are sick, those who are suffering from depression, anxiety, those who are thinking about suicide. May the good spirits look after the entire humankind. So be it. Amen. Okay, okie dokie. So let's start again. Let me see. We have some folks here. Polly, good morning, my dear friend. Good to have you here with us. And let me show my PowerPoint here. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so if I don't want to share the share screen. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, today we're going to talk about the value of a friendship. And it's not a long talk, it's a short talk, but I hope these insights help you. Good morning, Emma. Glad you are here, my friend. So let's start. Oops. Okay. we can find some reference of the value of the friendship in the Bible. No, it's in Ecclesiastes 4:10, if they say, "For if they fall, one will lift up the other." See, one will lift up the other. But woe to one who is alone and falls and does not have another to help. So we live in a society, okay? And we need the society. Nobody lives alone, isolated in an island without no other human contact. You're gonna get crazy. You're gonna get crazy. Like we are suffering. I would say one of our most problems right now with this pandemic thing is the lack of interaction with each other. Is the lack of hugging our friends, seeing our friends, kissing our friends. So this is one of our main problems today. Now a lot of people are seeking. Oh, oh sorry. Sorry, excuse me. This hay fever. Let me close the window here. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's restart again. So, one of our problems is this lack of interaction. A lot of people are seeking psychological assistance because of this. You know, also, we have seen people like, especially couples, they were busy with day by day tasks, and somehow they see each other in front of them, in front, sharing the same space, and they discover they don't love each other, or they don't love as it should be. So all these problems because we are not interacting with each other. So we need the law of society to help us. I think the best example is that is a old movie, you know. Tom Hanks, he was isolated in an island, and some stage come up a ball, the Brandy Wilson, and he made the ball his best friend. Why? Because we needed this interaction. We need this contact. Okay? Okay, so let's go. Let's go here. So some ideas of friendship here. Friendship is the first level to build the sublime feeling of love. Friendship is a high feeling that brings us close together. And friendship should not aim to achieve benefits or exchange pleasantries. True friendship is a feeling of affection that develops with disinterest in receiving gratification, gifts or favors, enabling a define and transfer and a define and fraternal relationship. So the point here is friendship is you have the lack of being to receive something for someone. If I am, oh, I will make that person my friend because in the future I will need them, I need him or her to help me. This is not a true friendship. You know, this is not a true friendship. Good morning, my dear Elsa. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're in the Emerald Island. Yeah, thank God I'm here. So that's what we needed to care about. Another example: friendship doesn't choose time to help you, even though they don't have like, oh, I need money. Even though my friend doesn't have money, but he's here to support me morally, to find some way to sort it out my problem. That's a friend. Friend is the one who looks to you, say, hey, you are wrong, this is not right, think about it. It's not those who always agree with us and say, oh, yes, 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 yes. And what is the feeling behind the friendship? The feeling behind the friendship is sympathy. Sympathy is the bond that unites two beings. And we attract to ourselves what we have inside of us. So if we have love, charity, all the good feelings with us, of course we're going to attract people with the same feelings like us. However, if we do have envy, selfishness, all this with us, we will attract those type of friendships. So if you look around you and you have, oh, I have no friends because all my friends are envy or they are selfishness, it's mean you are envy and you are selfishness, because this is what you have inside of you, and this sympathy which make this attraction, you need to review. You need to sit down and review it. Okay? Let me see. So each of us has a task to fulfill on planet. We do have a task. We do have a purpose. Some has a greater task, someone has a lesser task, depending on the capacity of each soul. So when we unite this capacity with our friends, they are here to support us. Perhaps our friends, they are with us for millennia. And I don't know, sometimes I don't need to reincarnate, but I will reincarnate in order to help my friend here in this task, in this mission. So it doesn't matter if you have a greater or lesser task. That's not important here. What is important is you fulfill it. You do it brilliantly. You don't fail. You don't let down yourself. You know? But let's talk a little bit more about this sympathy. Okay? The contrary of sympathy is antipathy. And I like this comment about sympathy and antipathy. It's on the book The Consoler. Is a question 173. dictated by the Spirit Manual and psychographed by Chico Xavier. Sympathy or antipathy has its deep roots in the spirit, in the very subtle blending of fluids peculiar to each one and almost always in general, attest to renewal of sensations experienced by the creature since the criminal past in equal circumstances. We must, however, consider that our antipathy, apparently the most just, must die to give way to the sympathy that builds the heart for the constructive and legitimate work of the fraternity. So let's start a discussion here, because sometimes just to look at someone, we just I didn't like her, I didn't like him. That is something strange. Or sometimes when you look a person and you find your soulmate, not in terms of love, but in terms of sympathy. Why we have this? And again, this is the feelings we have, and my feelings with the feelings of that person connects. Okay? But the question here we can ask is, okay, if I meet someone and for some reason we don't connect, it doesn't mean that the other person is bad. Okay? Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that person is evil. Let's say that. It's not because they agree with you. Everybody who agree with you is good, and everybody who do not agree with you is evil. It doesn't work like that as well. We're gonna see a little bit further something like this. Now, the result of our life is we will have sympathy with everyone. That's the result. You may have like antipathy today, but perhaps next life you will have a sympathy for that person. And the end of this road is everyone will have sympathy among each other. That's the result. That's what it's going to be. Some people will take more time, some people will take lesser time, but everyone will achieve the same point someday. And the time here is the lowest important thing. And we find this on the question 390 of the Spirit's book. They're saying, we will find each other. We will stay connected with each other. We will stay close to each other. And the point is not because you have antipathy with someone, it means you are more evolved than the other. No. We are not talking here about who is more evolved than the other. No. That's not important as well. Perhaps for the mission you have in this incarnation, that person will not help you, will not make any difference in your life. We need to stop to act as a judge, because when we don't like someone, we put that person in a evil list. You have a table. All these bad ones. We need to stop thinking like this. Oh, but if I develop some friendship, if I develop some connection with that person is so selfishness, so envy, and things in my life going to start doing bad. Hey, come on. Who are you to be in that position in which you allow someone to control your life? I'm not saying that the envy, these bad feelings towards someone do not exist. Exists, but all the time, all the time, by the way. But it's up to you to allow if you will accept that bad feeling or not. So the problem is not in that person, the problem is in you. You are or you are not perhaps stronger enough to accept this. It's up to you to feel that connection. Someone can send me bad vibrations, but if I'm not vibrating that level, nobody care. However, if that person who sends a bad vibration towards myself and I am in that level as well, it means we connect and we'll make it happen. It make it happen. Yes, because envy exists. Selfishness exists. So perhaps you are more selfishness than you thought. Perhaps you carry more envy in your heart than you thought. So what do you need to do? The text is longer. I will not read everything, but just the what I put in bold here. The perispirit radiates around the body, form a kind of atmosphere impregnated with the good or bad qualities of the incarnated spirit, who meet, experience through the contact of these fluids the sensitive impression, an impression that can be pleasant or unpleasant. This is on chapter 3 in the book What is Spiritism? It's question item, sub-item 125, written by Allan Kardec. So, the real exercise here I am appealing to you today is to make a self-analysis and discover if you are a kind of person who thinks, oh, I get rid of selfishness of my life. Good. Thumbs up. But one way to get to know if you get rid of selfishness of your life, it's put yourself in situations where you need to exercise your non-selfishness. You're always going to be in an environment in which going to test you. Like, for example, a thief. If they say, "Oh, I left this life behind of me. I don't cause harm to anybody. Oh, great. This is a wonderful decision. This is a wise decision. Happy days. However, he will be in a situation in which we need to test. That's when we learn and we find out more about ourselves. That's the situation we need to find out more about ourselves. So think about it. Do this kind of self analysis. Do this kind of discovering of where are you. I can say I'm not selfishness until the moment my neighbor buy a new car and you look, new car. Oh, this is tricky. But perhaps you are saying why we have this unbalanced, why we need to have here on earth people in different levels with us. This is a good thing. Let's think about it. God created us simple ignorant. We always start at the same level. Okay, and let's see what Kardec says to us here. God created the spirits all the same, simple and ignorant. But some have lived longer than others and have a greater or lesser experience. Some improve fast than others, which gives them different skills. A variety of attitudes, such as attitudes for poetry, music, painting, exact sciences, and so on, are needed for each one to assist in the designs of providence. What one does, do not what what one does not do, the other does. This is how everyone has a valuable role to play. Again, we need the diversity. We need the differences. We need the law of the society. If we live in a society in everyone likes music, but no one's like to play maths or science, this society of musician will not progress. Will not will not move forward. So we need those people in order to complement. We need the scientists, we need the economists, we need the musicians, we need the other people in order to make the machine works. I don't know, but if you know, I don't know a person who knows everything. If you know someone, please introduce to me. I would like to ask some questions. But no one knows everything. Even when you are in college, you will specialize yourself in something. You specialize yourself. Even let's say the doctors, we have like cardiologists, we have uh, uh, um, other types of specializations. We have the GP, but the GP, he knows more or less a little bit, but when he thinks, oh, I think you have some kind of heart problem, he will send you to the cardiologist. He will send you to talk to a specialist. And if you ask your cardiologist, oh, I have a problem here on my shoulder, he will say, oh, now you need to go to a specialist in shoulder. Because I am not able to tell you. Let me see, there's a comment here for Elsa. We should see everyone as a brothers and sisters and be kind with everyone. We circulate the mean energy that will benefit all, as a boomerang comes and goes. Yes, we act as a boomerangs and we attract to ourselves what we have in ourselves. Perfect comment. Thank you, Elsa. But we need that differences. We need this. We must have these differences. And these take me to think about the parable of the talents. The parable of talents is everyone received a certain coin. One less, the other half of, the other full pot. So this distribution of talents was unequal. So applying this to us, you think, oh, but this is unfair. Why he got less money than myself? Why my pot is empty compared to someone? For first thought, we think, oh, this distribution here is not correct. There is something missing here. But if we change this selfishness, this comparison view to, okay, perhaps my pot here has less coins than my neighbor because I'm still need to learn. I know that I don't have a yoke heavier than I could carry. So perhaps this is what I need, what I can carry, what I'm able to carry. That's the word. And in my mind, I can say, oh, but I want a full pot. But unfortunately, you are not ready to have a full pot. You are ready to have a almost empty pot. Or perhaps you are ready to have a half full pot. Or you are ready to have a full pot. This is a brilliant and excellent point in lesson we need to learn, because sometimes in our mind, we are stronger than we are. We need to. There is a sentence in the book, Parables and Teachings of Jesus, written by Kai Bar Shuto, and he says, there are no privileges or exclusions for the Lord. Suppose each one, conscious of his possessions and aware of his duties, acted in accordance with the precepts of the divine law. In that case, we are sure that no one would have reason to complain about the fate or cry out against the bad situation in which the majority is said to find. And Kardec brilliantly, on question 805 of the Spirit book, says to us, to complement this, the diversity of attitudes among men does not derive from the intimate nature of their creation, but from the degree of improvement reached by the spirits incarnated in them. See, this is so deep. The diversity of aptitudes is not based in the nature of our creation, is based on the degree of improvement we have reached. God, therefore, did not create unequal faculties. He allowed, however, that spirits in different degrees of development were in contact, so that the more advanced could help the progress of the most backward, and also so that men in need of each other understood the law of charity that should unite them. There is no mistaking God in divine law. There is no mistaking in this nature law. Nature law is perfect. When you have a member of our family, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here because this family here doesn't belong to me. I'm totally different from my brothers, my parents. It means perhaps you need to push them, or you need to have enough. You need to swallow your pride and follow them. So let's think about it. Let's think these talents you have. Let's think. I may see always. We want to see our pot full. Always we want this. But unfortunately, this is our vision. We need to stop to act as a judge. Oh, that job is easy. That job. If I'm doing that job, I will do brilliantly fine until the moment you start doing that, and you will see how hard it is, how complex, how difficult it is. Think about it. Analyze how you want to be in a 10 years time compared to what you are today. Small steps. Let's move over here. In creating the souls, God did not differentiate between them. There's no differences. True friendships exist only among virtuous men who come together under the protection of the Almighty to encourage one another in the performance of their duties. Every truly Christian heart has the feeling of friendship. This is on the Spiritist magazine, June 1863. And I like to say, let's keep going reading here. On the contrary, this virtue finds in the selfishness of vicious souls the stumbling block that, similar to the seed falling on a dry rock, make it infertile for good. So, what Kardec wants to say here is different talents. I have one goal. Perhaps I don't have the enough tools to complete that action. But I have a friend with me, and this friend, he has the complements to walk us together and complete that task. That's what Danny says here. Walk a mile in my shoes is the best quote in my opinion. We always should think about it before beginning to talk about other people. Perfect, Danny. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. And again, we don't need to ignore friends because those friends they complement each other. It's like a marriage. Love is important in a marriage. It is, but just 50% important. The other 50% is the complement. It is the some. Oh, he is so stubborn. Oh, but she is so not stubborn. So kind, and one complement the other, and both goes grow up. This this friendship in the marriage, because it is a friendship as well. It's so important. Oh, but I am not. My wife is not equal like me. Of course, thank God she's not equal like you. Because if you are equal like her, what progress you gonna make? If she's prideful like you, what are you gonna make? What are you gonna achieve? If she is selfishness like you, what are you gonna? My Jesus, your life gonna be miserable. We need that difference to one say, you know, I was raised in a time with my mom. If I'm doing something wrong, my mom don't need to say a word, a single word. She only look at me, and with that look, I knew everything what she was saying to me. That's my time when I was raised. And today, if we look to our children, you may have, oh, what? What's the problem? What's going on? I don't dare do this to my mom. Just with her look, I knew what she wanted to mean. I knew what she wants to say to me. And this is the marriage. You need to look your partner, and just with the eyes, you know what she means, what he means. Yeah, well done, Danny. Danny say here, marriage, a long-term relationship, is more about growing up together, understanding, and keep going. Perfect. That's the spirit of the thing here today. When you say I need to find out someone, my soulmate. Your soulmate is when one complements the other, and not when one is equal to other. If you are equal to your daughter, you're gonna clash, or both gonna deviate from the real path. Again, let's go to our example here. If we have these 8 billion people on earth specialized in being a musician, what's going to be about, what's going to happen with the economy? What's going to about with the, 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 the new findings? What's going to happen if we need this? And we need the rich countries and the poor countries in order to the rich countries exercise the charity in order to help the poor countries. And this applies to the person as well. We do have the rich and we have the poor in order to everyone practice the charity and everyone push everybody together. We are now in a kind of disease. This virus doesn't choose, oh, I will knock in that door because he has a health insurance, and he goes to a private hospital and they have a good doctor who will look after it. No. Doesn't matter if you are black, white, yellow, rich, poor, Spiritist, Christian, Catholic, Protestant. Doesn't matter. But this union among us is the solution. This love among my neighbor, it is the solution. We are seeing every day in the journals, in the TV, people saying, so being grateful for the nurse, the doctor who took care of him or her. They develop a friendship. A nurse took care of that patient so brilliantly without knowing him, what he did, with so devotion. That's what we need to do to ourselves. We need to treat our neighbors with the same devotion, with the same, let's say, loyalty. I know this is long. I will not read everything, no worries. But this is a book called Study and Law and Live. It's dictated by Espírito Emmanuel and André Luiz, psychographed by Chico Xavier and Valdo Vieira. On these days, when the faces of loved ones are different, it is natural that apprehensions and unmanifest questions fill our minds. Let us refrain, however, from both hurting them to the disgraceful comment and from interpreting their unexpected directives on account of ingratitude. It is likely that the divine laws are calling them to discharge commitments that temporarily are not in tune with ours. In the field of other existence, and let us reassure the changed friends with our wishes for success and security in carry out the new tasks for which they are heading. So the message here is we need to take care of the other. If you have antipathy for someone, take care of that person. Try to change that antipathy in sympathy. Try to find out what you need to fix in yourself. Because perhaps when you fix that thing in yourself, that antipathy will be transformed into sympathy. And what do we need to do? What I need to do to my neighbor? Let's pray. Because according to Allan Kardec, and I agree with him 100%, in the Spirits magazine, June 1863, pray lifts man's spirit to God, freeing him from all earthly concerns, transporting him to a state of tranquility, peace, which the world could not offer him. When we pray, we forget a minute about ourselves, about our needs, about pray to your friend, pray to your neighbor, pray for those you are even know about him. You even know what they're facing, what the problems they're having. Pray for them. Praying here is not like an hour exercise or praying uh, prayers by heart. Praying here, perhaps just look at inside yourself or look to the sky or please God, be with them, stay with them, support. That's it. That take like less than 1 second. But that prayer came out of your heart, your soul. when when let's say the phrase here, when men pray to God with all confidence from the bottom of your heart, with faith and truth, things happen. Pray to your friend, pray to your neighbor, pray for the humankind. That's what we need to do. That what we must do it. Okay, so let's go to our summary here. And our summary, I'm so sorry, but I need to read because I cannot finish talking about friendship, talking about all these feelings without mention the spirit Joana de Angelis, which is the mentor of our friend Divaldo Franco. In the book Moments of Hope, she says, friendship is the feeling that magnetizes souls to each other, generating joy and well being. Friendship is a gentle expression of the human being who needs to exchange the forces of emotion under the stimulus of fraternal understanding, inspiring of courage and selflessness. Friendship ennobles souls, blessing them with resistance to struggle. There is in the modern world a significant lack of friendship. Selfness drives people away and isolates them. Friendship brings them together and unites them. Fear attacks souls and makes them unhappy. Friendship appeases and cheers individuals. Distrust disrupts lives, and friendship balances minds, sweetening hearts. In the area of deep love, the presence of friendship is fundamental. It is born out of an expression and sympathy and is established with the roots of secure affection, rooted in the land of the soul. My friend, there is no other way. We need each other. We need our friends. We need to pray for them. We need them. And when I think I could finish with Joana de Anjos, then come up with this guy here, Chico Xavier. in the book The Gospel of Chico Xavier, item 328, The Value of Friendship. Let us bless those who care about us, who love us, who meet our needs. Let us value the friends who help us, who care about us, who write to us and call us to find out how we are doing. Friendship is a gift from God. Let us not feel uncomfortable by those who visit us often, giving us the joy of their presence in our house. Later, we will miss those who do not. They let us experience loneliness. Did you call your friend today? Did you call your parents today? Did you call someone perhaps you didn't talk for a long time? Hey, how you hang on? How are you in all these pandemic times? Do you need something? Did you do it? Okay, my secretary just arrived on time. Yeah? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Am I able to pray?
Yeah? 1 second, look here. I'm just finishing closing here. So, my friends, let's look after each other. If you cannot help your friend with money, with a word, stay quiet, but pray for them. You are helping a lot. We need to pray for them. We need to pray for our neighbor. We need to pray for the humankind. Okay, so before Stephanie prays, don't forget this Wednesday at 9 p.m. we do have our show Spiritual Light on Kardec Radio, and on our YouTube and Facebooks we will talk about earthly family and spiritual family. Okay, so don't miss this, and I hope to have you all there with us on Tuesday and Wednesday. We do have our lives, and for those who want to study the Spirit's book and the Gospel according to Spiritism, you can go to Wednesday studs at 8 p.m. Just send an email to spiritismireland@gmail.com, and Nate or Tanya will send you the link for that study. Okay.
Bye-bye.
So let's remove here. Now Stephanie gonna do the final prayer for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So look here. Yeah. Good. Say around like vovó Elsa, vovó Vera is here to watching you. Say good. Hey.
Hi.
Good. So let's do the final prayer together.
Yeah.
So, okay.
God, thank you for this day to be all together. To we have a good day. We have a good week. And everybody be protected. Amen.
Amen. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Huh?
Thank you.
I wish you have a wonderful week
And a wonderful day.
and a wonderful day. That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye, my friends. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.